What's up to the people? Bought a mini bike. Camera always zooms way too far in. Alright. So as you can see it, I do have it tore apart. Had an oil leak. I believe it was just because this oil plug cap was loose. Got everything tore apart. One main thing. Flip around here. Ain't got a good place to set you. But they had the throttle cable. As you can see right there, still a little bit of solder on it. They had it mounted to the governor, and then a spring from here going up to the, I think it's called the starter, going up to it, and then another spring or something going all the way back to the throttle. It wasn't hooked up properly. Don't know why people put things together and they can't do things right. And then the gas tank, just all willy-nilly flopping around here, so when it's running it just bounces. It's just a recipe for disaster. Along with, there's not even anything on the choke here. So bought some stuff. This should have been hooked up to a breather. I don't know if that's correct, just going directly in. I've already pulled it out. It's just a rubber hose stuck in there. So just going through it, making a mess. Took it for a test ride. Didn't like the way it felt. They have the brake on the left side. I ride a motorcycle and that didn't feel right. So I put it over here. It can be done. It does clear. Has no problem clearing. You can do that. It did come with this exhaust pipe on it. Well, came with it. It wasn't installed on here. Got this weird, like, rubber hose. Surprised that hasn't caught on fire or burned or anything, but it's there. But the pipe this came with, the muffler itself came with another pipe. It didn't have the right bends in it and stuff. Not sure what it was for. Probably a different engine. But it's got threaded holes here. But I figured, well, I wonder if it would flip over, and it did. So that quieted it down a good bit. Sounded stupid. Anybody running a straight pipe on one of these is gonna have to say it's stupid. So I thought this was a full factory bike. Didn't think anything was done to it till after I got it. And then to find out, it's got the Predator 212. So getting this thing figured out. But some of the issues so far, get you set up here. I think we can see everything, yeah. So, get this right. Get this over here. Camera doesn't always want to stay. We'll start with this. I think this is a chain tensioner. It's got a name, can't think of it, but it was the jack shaft housing is what it's called. This bearing here has no side cover on it. On the one side, does on the other. This in here is good on both sides. They look like crap. Well, there's the side that's off the other one. Must have fell off. And then it's got this sleeve in between, that goes in between them. When I took that off, I noticed this bearing was spinning inside the housing. The jack shaft itself, that thing is completely filthy. Should have been a little more prepared. Never am in the moment. Get this raw uncut footage. Anyways, I gotta clean that up either way. Now I'm thinking I should have had this up on a bench. Being bent over is gonna hurt my back. Hunched over the way I am. Anyways, the jack shaft. Not so much now, but when I pulled it off, that jack shaft was just falling right out. I don't know if it was ever properly in there. Everything's just filthy. Didn't think about that. Oh. So I got on Go Power Sports. They do have this. It's only $20 some. Then after shipping, it was like $34, $36, something like that. I also seen these on the Amazon, and that's where this part comes in. I have concluded this one is probably from the Amazon. It looks just like the same thing you can get from Go Power Sports. But reading the reviews, this bearing here was the one that was in here on this side. Reading the reviews, as you can see, I just pressed that bearing in with my finger. Shouldn't be able to do that. Pull it right back out with my finger. Shouldn't be able to do that. That's the reason why I took it apart, is because I seen this bearing when the bike was running. I didn't even press on that one. I seen this bearing spinning inside the housing. And if I didn't have that on camera very well, bearing is in. Now, there it goes. Falls right out. So, again, after reading reviews on Amazon, determined that's probably where this one's from. I haven't got the one from Go Power Sports yet. I just ordered it. So it's on its way. I'll have it in a week or so. Less than a week, hopefully. So, but this bearing here, it would need to be resized. Oversized on the outside. It looks like a 6. Oh. You can see it on camera. Like a 6203RS. And according to the reviews on the Amazon, it should be an RZ. Look like most people's having the same issue. Being sent this housing with incorrect sized bearings in there. Yeah, this in here, same thing. That's the 6203RS. It's clearly an S. Bearings are still good. Could use lubed up. That piece goes right back on. I don't know if I'll ever be able to use them for anything. I'll hold on to them for the time being. The clutch itself, evidently these do need maintenance. So you take off your clip here, pull this apart and put some grease around the inside of that, and it works better. Hopefully it takes care of one of the issues. I was having to raise the back tire off the ground to get it to start. But the whole housing from Go Power Sports, according to their picture online, looks like it comes with the jack shaft, comes with bearings possibly already installed. I really don't know. Find out when it gets here. I'm gonna try to go over that. And the gears seem to be fine. The chain that was on the front, the chain that went on this piece that goes on here, it's got 4 bolts holding on right here. The chain that was right here on this piece was trash. And this chain here still seems like it's okay. So if we go over, let's see, set you somewhere here, maybe you won't fall over. I took measurements of that bearing housing, the inside diameter there, outside diameter of the bearing. Too far out around, so that's why I ordered another one. Chain here, you can see spots in it like that, right here, where it is not straightening back out on its own. And find a good spot. I don't know if I won't be able to hold that to show it very well. It don't look like. But you can see how this one link is thicker there in the center than some of them. That's the bearing roller type chain, and the rollers have come off of a bunch of them. So this was in there clanging around, making a terrible noise. Plus with the fact that it's a stiff chain. Straighten it out a little bit, but even putting pressure on both sides, you can still see it's crooked. So, got a new chain. Got some new parts. Come over here. Alright. So, ordered a factory bracket. Comes with another throttle cable, some zip ties, little odds and ends. Wasn't sure which one I was going to possibly need, so I also got an aftermarket one. Came with a double-sided wrench, some other springs and such. All I did was open up the top of this box, more or less. I haven't opened up all the boxes yet. It's inside. So you order everything, multiple different ways to do it. That way I got everything I may need. And then if I don't use stuff, I can send it back if I really feel like it. Stuff's not expensive. I think this was $10. This was roughly $10. This might have been $13. But we'll go through everything. This one is another throttle cable bracket. Comes with this, what they call a fuel pump. Not sure how that works. Doesn't look like there's any movable parts on the outside to make it work. May or may not use that. Came with some different hose clamps, so that's cool. a threaded brass, I'm going to call it a nipple with barbed ends on it. Like a rod, a filter. That might be half the reason why I got this one. That way it has a fuel filter. Another double-sided open-end wrench. I probably won't return anything because I'm probably going to open it all up and figure out which one I might want to use the most. Also came with some gas line. Nice, pretty see-through. It came with another bracket. Obviously, aftermarket throttle bracket kit. So this mounts on the engine somehow. Probably goes over the side of the engine there. If there's room, that's where the little fuel pump ordeal goes. Throttle cable mounts here. It's got a bracket in there for that. So I'll get it figured out. Decide which one or ones I may use. And go from there. And then we also got a chain. Because that front one was trash. Ordered all this off the Amazon. Big chain breaker. Never used one before. I'll see how well that works. A big Allen wrench. And looks like it goes on the top of this chain breaker. Came with some master links for chain. Extra cool there. And motorcycle roller chain. Nice looking chain so far. It is covered in some very thick oil or grease. I'm going to not open that all the way. For the time being, I'll wait till I'm getting everything together. I'll go over how this works, if I can figure that out. I assume that you just put the chain down in there. I've always just taken a grinder and ground the sides off of them. Probably stick it in a vise. We'll find out. So, wow. Anyways, you can flip back. There, light. Do have the tank off of it, as you can see. Decided to use this bracket. It feels plenty strong enough. There's a little bit of flex there, but you're really not going to be going up and down. I still have some throttle adjustment here. I may have to play with that. Anyways, wrap the cotter pin around the shaft there. There is a set screw that goes in that hole. Cable goes through. This is new cable. The old cable looked like it was kind of short. Might not have reached. We'll call this a throttle push rod because it pushes the throttle when I pull it up on the handlebar. And then your return spring It did not show anything about the governor, what to do with it, so I don't know if it should be in along with that spring. I may or may not mess with that. It didn't seem like the governor really moves any while it's running. Did notice some of the bolts. You got to make sure you don't use them too long when you put them through the cover here, because when you try to pull start it, the little fins in there will hit on the threads of the bolt. So I had ones that was in there too long. Thought longer the better, but evidently that wasn't cool. Did not like it. Didn't like it a lot at all. Tried to use the big black one. Let's see. Where is it at? What did I do with it? This one, oh, it's laying on the floor of the ground over there. Anyways, this in here, all it did, I didn't like it, because it looks like it's just going to interfere with the spark plug wire. Does that make sense? So if that's just pushing over on the spark plug wire, you can see the spark plug wire here. Even if I took it that direction, bolted on, it's just, that plug wire is just going to rub right into that and cause me an issue in the future. Yes, that must be where the fuel line was supposed to be go down through, and it wasn't. I originally bought this because I thought it was going to hook up to the engine here and to the fuel pump, and it does not. So this one kind of a waste. Also, fitless here, throttle going to this here. I didn't see what was going to possibly really make the throttle and the carburetor move. Every single one of these brackets came with absolutely no instructions, no pictures, nothing. So, factory one, if you're just replacing the one that's on yours and something's wrong with your factory one, then yeah. Otherwise, trash. This one here, I liked it because it uses up 3 of the bolt holes and it will fit there. Don't like it because right here it's only got 1 bolt hole to hold this. Yeah, sure, once you tighten it down, but still you can grab that and loosen it up. That's where my other bolt went. Wondering about that. Alright. Where if they would have put 2 bolt holes here, or like how the this has that little tang, you could have ran that down in there to clamp your throttle cable to, and then the little tang could have sat into a hole or something, but it don't. I'm gonna guess these extra holes are for the spring. Yeah, so this part trash. The throttle cable, you can see the difference, length difference. Even with this new one, if the throttle cable hooks up here, say I'll hold it up next to this one for instance, and then you got this here, you've already got this lever here that twists back and forth like this, or this way. already to this point, at which point all it's moving up here isn't really anything for this rod to push the throttle open. So this part here is what done it for me on this one. I like the fact that it was black. It matches because the engine's black. But no. Total fail. Death and trash. I do like I said, I do like the bracket. But their design is just very, very poor. So, anyways, I've got it hooked up. The throttle works. And it opens all the way. And it returns. As you can see, nothing is flexing. So, it's fairly strong. So the only other thing is my fuel line. I went ahead and remove that because I was going to put the fuel line on there. I think I just bent something. Yeah. So, don't push up and down on that. Yeah. So I get to the gas tank, fuel tank, whatever you might want to call it. See if we can get you set up here. Alright. So I pulled the old fuel hose off, and you can see it goes on there. A little bit of resistance. Well, I'll try this new one out. It looks pretty. You can see if there's possibly liquid in it, whatever. And I slid it over the end, and there's absolutely no resistance. So I thought, well, I'll grab one of the little clips that came with it. Put that on there. Put the clip up over the nipple. And again, you can see it goes on and off still. So, not sure what I'm going to use this hose for now. I've used parts out of all three kits. I could probably piece together one of them. This fuel pump thing, it didn't make any sense to me. So, from the way it looked, gas goes in here, comes out here. I don't understand why they've got a third one on here. It looks like it's just a breather, because anytime you blow in or pull vacuum on it, it just breathes through up here. But what in the world makes it work, I have no idea. And there wasn't, according to the pictures on the ad for it, it used that bright, shiny, pretty hose. But it had two hoses going from that to the carburetor. And this carburetor ain't got it. So, yeah. Still waiting on that side cover. The jack shaft bearing retainer thing. So, this video is already kind of long as it is. And I'll just come back and make a part 2. So, if you like this one, seeing something interesting, I'm not putting links to anything down below. I don't have any part numbers, I don't think. The only part number one that actually worked was, I think, this one. It looks backwards to me. It's probably forward to you. Yeah. So, that's one I went with. Besides that one piece being kind of flimsy. This should have a support right here instead of just being open, but as long as you're not hitting it with your foot or trying to push up or down on it, it's just fine. I don't see an issue with it really. It could have been extended out to strengthen this part up, but if it comes down to it, I can do that. That part's not a big deal. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Leave me a comment. I don't know if you like it or not. If you want to see this kind of content, stick around.